you see around, wind of the open sky, over the siren sounds. This is a dream, getting the royal scar, holding a diamond blade, throwing it far. Holding your breath still, you jump the fire. We'll just sit and wait till it's gonna fly. You got it, then try to tell me you got the wrong guy. Got the wrong. Got the wrong guy. Then try to tell me you got the wrong guy.
Good evening, y'all. My name is George. This show is Don't Panic for
Yada,
It.
yada, yada.
Dice! This is George Fieri, and welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons and Diners and Drive-Ins and Dives. It's a lot of hands. My name is George Fieri, and he has a tagline, something about no, Emerald is the boom flavor guy, right? Denver? Yeah, we could add another D. Dungeons and Dragons in Denver and Diners and Drive-Ins and Dives. Or you could do that all in Denver. That would be fun. Also, Jay Biscuity. Flavor Town. That's right.
So do you.
Throw him into it was the ocean, I guess. Throw him overboard. Maybe that's what they say. It's surreal. Good evening. Jay Biscuity, Tess Bishop, Johnny Button, Dice, Agent Flashes. Y'all, welcome to this evening's episode of Dungeons and Dragons, but also, well, hey, I got to throw the music back on. Let me show you what else we got, though. So I really love this idea of playing a pinball machine and then going and playing a video game that kind of falls in the same realm. We did that with Pokemon, right? So we've been playing Pokemon, and then we'll go play Pokemon. And I'm going to work my way up different versions of Pokemon until I'm a fully fledged Pokemon, I guess, as opposed to a Pokemon. Don't know what to do with that, but we just picked up a new game today, very much a Dungeons and Dragons style role-playing game called Esoteric Ebb. And this looks pretty decent. So we're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons pinball, and then come over here and play a little bit of a role-playing game for a bit. Also, Guy Fieri, no idea what donkey sauce is, but until you tell us, I'm not eating it. The 3 double Ds. Dungeons and Dragons and Diners and Drive-Ins and Dives. That's the 3 double Ds. That doesn't make sense on levels, Surreal, because if it was 3 double Ds, there would have to be a 6th D in there. Oh, I guess if you add Denver, it's the 3 double Ds. Got it. I got there. Got it. Yeah, I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I was delayed. I was diverted. I was downright falling behind. The 3 double Ds, like from Total Recall. I think that was the triple D situation. Weird, that came up in a conversation with Jay-Z here today. I don't remember the context, nor honestly anything about it other than we both went there as we were walking around. So what? Oh, you know what? We actually have to go back to. We have to go back here, and then I've got to throw this up. We've got some stuff to look at, y'all. We got new code. Well, the internet is where context comes to die. Dice, I like that. The internet is where context goes to die. Now, what do we have in this new update? What do we have for them, Bob? We have version 1.0, Crawling Fast. There is a new mode called the Infinity Dungeon Crawl. Not quite 18 levels, Infinity, or Infinite E Dungeon Crawl. It should be Infinity Dungeon Crawler Carl. We really need a DCC pin stat. We need a DCC video game. And somebody hit me up online recently. Oh, MJ hit me up to tell me, dude, are you in on the kickstarted Dungeon Crawler Carl role-playing game. Hold on. Dungeon Crawler Carl RPG. Unstoppable. Not one, but two Dungeon Crawler Carl tabletop games are coming to Backer Kit in 2026. No. And is this it? Just sign up. New achievement. I do not have that guy's voice. He definitely sounds like Putty, though, who's the actor's name I can never remember.
You know what the difference is between
Ghost
you and
Flipper.
me? I make this look good.
I like that. Don't worry, says Ghost Flipper. When Stern re-releases D&D for its 3rd birthday, they'll make it a 3K add-on. Dungeon Crawler Carl role-playing game. That's a great picture, by the way. There you go. You got Donut, you got Carl, you got Mongo. I'm on a reread of the entire series. I'm about 80% of the way through book 3. Well, hold on. Is it 80? I don't know. I made some progress today, let me tell you. I do love this song. It's not just a great pick. Where are we? We are at... You can't see. 87%. 87. Achievement unlocked. You are almost done with book 3 for the 2nd time. I can't believe someone wrote an entire DCC book series in anticipation of the upcoming movie. That's hilarious. God. Mongo's so great. I can't remember her name. I haven't come across her again. The head. The god who ends up just biting everyone and threatens to kill their mothers. She's amazing. This is going to be a lot of fun. This world, honestly, is just begging for a fantastic role-playing game. It could happen on any planet. You can essentially be any race you want to, and each level has a different theme to it. If you're unfamiliar with Dungeon Crawler Carl, this is going to make for something fantastic, I think. So we're doing it. We're signing up. How do we sign up? George it, don't panic flip. No, I don't want to prepay. Get Desperado Club D2 by putting down your $5 reservation. No. Jay Biscuity is getting the audiobooks are so good. The person who reads it is also doing the call outs on the pinball machine that is happening. There is a confirmed pinball machine happening for DCC. The guy who does the call outs is doing the pinball machine. He is amazing. And once again, he sounds... Dice, I know you know the guy's name off the top of your head, but Putty from Seinfeld, he's also Kronk, whatever that actor's name is, he sounds just like him. Like, he has that awesome voice, and evidently that actor comes... No, Joe Swanson, help me out here. You're doing that on purpose. Actor who... Yeah, Warburton. There you go, Patrick Warburton. He sounds just like Patrick Warburton, but he also voices the cat, Princess Donut. And to go from Warburton to Princess Donut, oh, shish kebabs work. We're hitting level 2, y'all. That's way early. Is it 250? Yeah, okay, 250 level. It's so good. The guy whose voice sounds like like testosterone. If testosterone had a voice, it would be Patrick Warburton. All right. ADD digression there. Achievement unlocked. We're back on track. April 2nd. That was just 2 days ago. We got a 1.0 release of Dungeons & Dragons Code. There is a new challenge mode. We will definitely check that out this evening. That is called Infinity Dungeon Crawl. You can continue until your party dies or drain the ball. Each time you find a trap, the challenge will kill one of your party members. If it was your last one, it will end the mode. When you start the challenge mode, you will have 1 healing potion and 2 lit shields. You can have up to 3 healing potions when you are only Making your way down the hallways and the shots have orange arrows. The top vuck past the spinner will be lit green. You can shoot it to consume one of your potions and heal the whole party with a few hit points. Party members that were at HP 0 can now have HP greater than 0 and be back in the party. Interesting. That doesn't make a lot of sense. So if your party members die, a health potion will bring them back to life. Whatever, we got to play it. Belongings looping rule. If you loop the left main loop, the first one will give you the torches. Will give you torches. All the loops after that will spot one belonging that you need to complete the next set. Added choreography to collecting belongings: backpacks, bikes, torches, rope, fishing, tackle, magnifying glass, machete, and tools. Potion stack max at 3. Good to know, Tess Bishop. My second pick as the voice actor would have been Gilbert Gottfried as Norm MacDonald. Wow. Way to pick two that definitely could jump on and have narrated. Both fantastic voices. They've both passed. The question mark buyable at Fizmo. So there's a random that can give you one of up to 22 items for 333 gold. You can now buy a set of belongings from Fizmo for 75 gold. A set of belongings will increase your end of ball bonus and how many points you are awarded just for making shots. If you are playing the Barbarian and you have already used your Rage this ball, you can buy a new Rage from Fizmo for 300 gold. Speed runs. All right, a speed run is how long it takes you to play a campaign with a character from the very beginning. Speed runs are attached to each character. Each character will have their own speed run time. If your time is less than your best time, your background will be green. If your time is greater than your best time, your background will be red. If you want to start over, you have to reset the character. Your speedrun is not valid until you start from the beginning, either from resetting your character or completing the campaign. You have to play the whole run on software version 1.0 or later. If your time is not valid, it will have a gray background. Your best time will be universal, regardless of the character used. The Insider Connected D&D website will show you your current speedrun times for all characters and your best time. Leo, welcome. So, Leo, when we were talking earlier about Dungeon Crawler Carl, that is a book series being turned into both a tabletop RPG and a television series very soon. It's fantastic. I want to say there's 6 books or 7 books. I think 7 books out right now, with the 8th book coming out in May, called A Parade of Horribles. If you are a Carl fan, a Dungeon Crawler Carl fan, you are very excited for this next book. Let's see here. Opening cutscene. Unlock characters can now replace party members when starting a new character. Each one has a 50% chance of being replaced. Pre-existing parties will not change. Dice, I would also accept Michael Bolton, the pop singer, if he narrated the way he sings. Ghost Flipper, need more lives? No worries. Here at Stern, we have you covered with a small monthly payment of $29.99. I like it. I'm holding out for the DCC remake series from HBO in 30 years. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Party members now grant small bonuses when their hit points are greater than 0. These are much weaker than playing the character directly. Paladin grants 1 more ball drain during Dragon Multi-Ball. Wizard increases shield time slightly. Rogue increases luck slightly at character creation. Cleric increases damage slightly against undead. Barbarian increases damage of melee attacks slightly. Ranger increases damage of ranged attacks slightly. Bard increases double scoring time slightly. Collecting gems now eventually lights extra ball. Good. Added various patches of new speech and readme notes. All right, and then there's a bunch of fixes. I'm just going to assume shit's fixed. What else do we have here for them? We have pinball rules. Gyms. I don't feel like reviewing you, but this is what we're hoping to finish up. We've got the Balinor path. We've got the Semaster path. And I think when you help Nidar, you then fight and battle Balinor, and that gets you the Barbarian. When you help the King, you battle Xanathar. So what I want to do now is I want to go down the Semaster path and grab the Scepter and see if we then battle Xanathar just like this. Because I think this is correct. I think. Also, not that anyone asked, made some Oh, Surreal. dude, I totally meant to hit you up. I made so much progress on this. I think I'm almost to a point where I can help out with the other one now. But this is way further. So I've got the individual modes. Also, some really cool things that I took a lot, once again, from some of the suggestions you had for it. There's a quest, and every quest helps you with the mini wizard mode after a section. So Zero Cool returns. This is where hacker collection is a little bit easier. Oh my god, I hope. That would be awesome. But here in part 2, and this is where it gets really fun, and this came from the suggestions, there's a counter then that starts tracking the amount of money siphoned in the conspiracy section. There's different multi-balls in each section. There's a mini wizard mode then takes you in between each. And the quests all give you something that benefits you in that next mini wizard mode. You then get to a full wizard mode once you get past part 3, and this was really fun. Yeah, 11 Labs is... LLMs are doing some pretty cool things now. This one's really fun. So in part 3, you actually don't want to get the raid multi-ball. So your goal is to avoid getting the multi-ball in this one, because in this multi-ball has a ball for each hacker that you've collected. So over here, you have a way to collect 6 different hackers. And what you want is as many hackers as possible as you go to hack the Gibson, because all of the hackers make hacking the Gibson that much easier. But there are certain shots that are monitored on the table in part 3. And as you hit too many of those monitored shots, you eventually activate Raid Multi-Ball. And if you drain, for every ball you drain during Raid Multi-Ball, before you collect the super jackpot, that's a different hacker that you have to then, that you lose on the way to hack the Gibson. And I thought that was kind of fun. You know, how do you do something a little unique and different? Well, you make a multi-ball a bad thing to get. And then, of course, if you do actually get this multi-ball, well, now it's scary because some of the hackers and all of these hackers that you have collected have leveled perks. And you could lose an entire hacker, let's say, and lose the perks as you try to bring those into Hack the Gibson. There's also a fun rig upgrade. For every ball you drained, you're DDoSed for 24 hours. Right, yeah, exactly. I kind of like that. There's going to be so many, or sorry, if this gets made, there'd be so many fun references to obviously all kinds of realistic hacking terms. There's no way you could do a hacker's movie pinball machine and not have it and have it visualize viruses like a I don't even know. It's not a virus, actually. It was the worm. Or the virus, I guess, comes to the video. That's just the video. That's the YouTube video that gets posted about it. What was that? It's a pyramid scheme, George. It's a reverse flowchart for every ball. Oh, yeah, exactly. Also, the cred I thought was kind of fun. So you have leet on the in lanes and out lanes, and every time you complete it, you get different things. So, right, you start as a noob, then you make it to script kiddie, then you make it to hacker, then you make it to ghost, then you make it to leet. And every time you increase your level, you're awarded a Jolt Cola, which allows the player to redeem an outlane ball save by moving the red-white blinking light to the outlane as it's being rolled over. Think total nuclear annihilation. Right, yeah, Jay Biscuity. What else was there? Rig upgrades. So think of this as kind of like the Iron Maiden super stuff. George, did you work in that video mode thing based on the video game competition from the... Yes! All right. Cool. I love that you went there. First of all, there's Cyberdelia, Dade versus Burn, so that game was a beta version of Wipeout. So shoots lit, blue represent Dade, shots lit, orange, red represent Burn, tally the end result, and if Dade has more than Burn, super jackpot achieved when you get out. It's kind of interesting because you could make one shot and then drain. But basically, it's a competition, you versus Burn. Pool on the roof must have a leak. The TV studio battle. I'm not in your class, so you have to try and get into Burn's class. Let's see. Let's go shopping. Discovery montage. The worm visualization over here. Love, sex, secret, and God, where I put that thing that time, and there is no right and wrong, only fun and boring, being the narrative progression of this, right? Like you start out early in the movie, you hit middle, you then hit the end, and then you have Hack the Gibson. Cookies and Flowcharts, thank you for playing. Hackers of the World Unite. And then if you make it through all of that, you make it to the swimming scene. Hackers, the video game, the pinball machine based on the movie. I love it. There's also 4 wizard modes. There's the train station, Hackers Unite wizard mode, Double the Ram. Surreal, thank you so much for suggesting that. Double the Ram wizard. And then Does He Know Anything? Yeah, dude, he's elite. So there you go. That is, there's still a few things to figure out. I know I want to do additional elite status benefits. I just haven't figured out what those are. I haven't figured out level 3 yet for Serial Killer, whose goal is to give you quest-based perks. There's rig perks, and then there's mode perks. And I just left those as placeholders for now. Wait. You have triple the RAM, which is way dumber. Oh, it is triple the RAM. I'm sorry. I misquoted it. I want to triple the RAM. It is a 7. Leet is a 7, huh? Damn it. All right, nailed it. My Leet speak is way behind. All right. Also, the P6 chip is triple the... Yeah, so we've got that over here. Oh, that's the other thing. I just put in scoring multipliers. This needs to change. There needs to be more. But your rig upgrades... So you go from Joey's system to Dade's early system to the laptop that Plague sends, and then finally you get Burns triple the RAM PC with active matrix screen with 16.8 million colors, man. You sure this sweet machine isn't going to waste? Right, Lucy, thank you. There we go. You sure this sweet machine isn't going to waste? I love it. Anyway, so that's where that is. Oh, so there's those issues I need to figure out. I'll keep doing that while I'm working because that's when I do my best thinking. And then obviously need to break down the different phases of the Hack the Gibson Ultimate Wizard mode. Kids these days in their movies about 30-year-old technology. Did you ever consider a fight to level up the rig, aka a la Shark Bounty? Right, so kind of. Not for the rig though. These do happen in the background. Oh, but you're talking about like a multi-ball battle or fight or something like that. That's not a bad idea. I don't know. Let me think on that. Because there's this game, assuming this all gets programmed, and it's done, right? Like once you build this, you just feed this into an LLM and it just writes the code. Like, oh, this is easy. You've already built the flowchart for how the whole game progresses. Done. But there is a lot to this. And I love the idea for, even though I'm not personally interested in it, I love the idea of allowing exploitations, right? Because nothing is more hackers than focusing on exploits. Do you have a treatment for the Hack the Planet show? Oh, it's up here. So this is the Razor and Blade quest. And the perk on that gives you a 5-second ball save that you can activate on the center button. So there's a whole quest here around it. Yeah. I love this idea of fighting Agent Gill in Raid to save your hackers from getting recollected, I'd say. I think it fits the show the movie so perfectly. Did that show have sponsor? I feel like it did have sponsors. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. I think we're about ready. Why don't we go play some actual Dungeons and Dragons here at this point? We'll save that. You should have a bunch of hidden, undocumented modes as well going along with the hack theme. Yeah, like some way to get in there and gain root access. We have like a year and 3 weeks. Will we get Hackers 2 before we get Spaceballs 2? My BLT drive is going AWOL, and Mr. Kawasaki is going to ask me to commit Harry Carey. You know, these Japanese management techniques. So good. So good. Thank you all for being right there with me. All right, let's move. So this is the new camera, by the way. So I upgraded from a ZV-1, like the F model or whatever the base model is that was not very good. Now we've got an A6000, and I can't stress enough, it's so much better. Oh, one sec. Dice, I appreciate that. I have been working out a lot. I'm glad it shows, and I'm now way easier on the eyes. Ghost, did it not work? Ghost, try it again. Okay, try it one more time for me. I just want to see it hit and see if it activates. I don't know if I disabled it, maybe? Nope, it's not working. All right, when we go back to the computer, remind me, and I'll see. I probably just disabled the command. Hey, no complaints out of me. I remember when you were broadcasting out of your garage and pounding Mountain Dew. Yeah, I remember those times. I said no to coffee today. I said no to Starbucks today. Grammy, good evening. I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday night. Oh, I'm not logged in. This isn't George. He doesn't turn down. So I've got a problem with Starbucks in that I've been having a lot of really good coffee recently. And as a result of me making the coffee locally and making the milk.
That's a spicy meatball.
Now when I go to Starbucks, I just haven't actually liked the coffee. Like, I think I finally got to a place where I can taste burnt coffee and I can taste when the flavor kind of sucks. And yo, I'm 43. It took me 20 years of drinking coffee to get there. Oh, bruh, are we restarting? Do you remember when we did the Bean Club on Discord? Because I've got local beans at a coffee shop that does its own roasting called Lima. That is amazing. Their decaf coffee is, it has so much flavor, so much flavor. Bring Bean Club back. Yeah, that's a problem. I've just been drinking a lot of really good coffee and suddenly Starbucks tastes awful. Where is Stern? There we go. Of course I'm gonna be signed out. I don't think I've ever experienced a time where I remained being signed in. Ghost Flipper, what it was we had a club, and every month we would be randomly paired up, and you would send beans to the person you got paired up with, and they would send beans to you. All right, we are ready we're close on this one. So we need, looks like blue. Where's blue 2? I see purple. Green. Oh, there it is. It's in greenest. Okay, so we need blue 2. There we go. No. Wow, this person is almost completely done. Oh, we've done Gauntlgrim. Interesting. And, okay, we're ready for Dragon Spear. Let's do it. All right, let's go to Darkhold. I just hit every shot I went for there. I don't really know what happened. All right, we're going to go to Dragon Spear. Yes, Ghost Flipper. The club has not been around for a while. But I'm game to bring it back. All right, dice pledges. I mean, we just need an even number of people. I guess we could do it with an odd number and yeah, we'd figure it out, but I'm definitely game. I go through a couple of bags every 2 weeks. Join the Discord, y'all. We talk about anything, everything, and other stuff too. Dice always doing such a great job of selling it. All right, here we are at Dragon Spear, and what we want to do is we want to go for the scepter to see what happens, because I think it's going to take us to Xanathar. Wow, that was a lot. Can't believe you and Dice didn't see my bean instead of bin. Oh, no, I missed it. I spent 18 hours driving yesterday from Mississippi, says Dice. I'm higher than giraffe nuts right now. All right, we really need to focus on the troll. Skill shot. Great start.
It's not over yet.
Are we gonna do something? So, troll. There we go. We set a trap. And no, okay. Oh, that sucked. All right, now we know. Now we know. Wolfman says, so what's the best to least best of the new pins? HP, D&D, Pokemon, King Kong? If we're talking about just... Man, that's hard to say when you say best. Crap. All right, we really need to hit that target in between the two shots. All right, and Jinkies. or Jenga. We are now on to level 2. We need to defeat the skeletons, but we're on ball 3. It's our first time through. Let's not be too harsh here. So I'm gonna trap up here in a second. I really shouldn't. Sorry, we're on a timer. Can't do it. But I really think King Kong is just an amazing game. In fact, at this point, I'm of the opinion that King Kong is maybe the first game that will legitimately give Jurassic Park a run for its money. So I guess I would go HP, King Kong. Pokemon is so early in code, it's kind of hard to tell. So I'd go D&D and then Pokemon based right now. Jay Biscuity always chooses Kong out of most lists. Also, I haven't spent much time on the new Star Wars, along with, what else? I haven't spent a lot of time with Beetlejuice. I haven't spent enough time with Evil Dead. I want to spend more. There we go. Yeah, exactly. I have played a good amount of... Oh, no. I've played a good amount of Evil Dead at shows, but I really haven't, like, sat down to figure it out. Ooh, that was just mean. Your local... Oh. Dice wouldn't piss on Kong if it were on fire. Pokemon will get there. The code just needs to catch up. D&D is like a WoW pin, so that's my second. But HP was the second fandom I ever participated in. And the first movie came out when I was 5, so that's my number 1. I like it. Elagos, good evening and welcome. You're awesome. You rock. Local Barcade got their Beetlejuice today. Can't wait to get mine. I haven't played Winchester. Winchester, I think, is fantastic. Haven't played Winchester, Beetlejuice, Star Wars, or Pokemon. Nothing makes you want to play better than Bruce Campbell calling you a dumbass. Wolfman didn't really like Evil Dead. Looks great, but shoots meh. What is the one pin that you hate that others really like? Godzilla. Godzilla. I don't know that I hate it. I just don't like it as much as everyone else seems to like it. Skill shot. Okay. Got it that time. Really got to drop that flipper very quickly. That sucked. Is that ball 2? Okay. We are struggling to make it through level 1 of Dragonspear Castle here. There's that. I think everybody is pretty close to full. Got to be faster on that shield. Winchester looks amazing. I haven't gotten to try it out. Jay Biscuity wants to like Mando. I just can't seem to get a good flow on it. Yeah, that game, if you're into flow style play, I don't think Mando is the right game for you. Yeah, wow. I've had better. What just happened? I missed it, but Cool Wizard, welcome. Oh, we can buy something. Magic item weapon. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, upgraded magic item, +1 quarterstaff of vitalism. Okay. Man, I really need to remember the shield. Also, I need a little bit of slack on this cable here. Kong is super underappreciated. Such a ridiculous amount of interesting shots and combos. A real shooter's game. Code is easy enough for rookies to follow lights, and it just keeps getting better in updates. I'm Cool Wizard. You said it better than I could have. We're gonna reset. That was, once again, an awful start, and I do feel like we found all the shots. I'm gonna hold left flipper. Oh, I don't have home game. I don't have home whatever turned on. That sucks. All right, we've got Mercy the Broadsword, Lifeblood Armor, no ranged, and a Dragonheart Shield. Since when would a wizard use a shield? Come on. All right, Lich of the Dragonspear Castle. Defeat the trolls by luring them into a trap. There's one. There's two. Ha ha ha. Missed it. Missed it again. Oh my God, just hit the shot. All right, we're gonna try this again. We gotta hit this stand-up target. Missed it. Man, that had so much spin on it. Have you heard of Pulowski Pinball? Apparently their pinball design can take you pinball design, and they cut a playfield and other stuff. You can take your flowchart design and make it an in real life one. That sounds like way too much effort for me. All right. Well, that was fun. Jay Biscuity's gotten a little better at D&D. I've only played a few times, though. My last score, I think, was a little over 400 million. That's a good score. I'm not playing well right now. Hopefully, we start grabbing a flow here. There we go. You know, or we just get screwed over. This is going to be hilarious as a 31-year-old, but I remember when new unboxed games from Stern were only 4,000. Oh, nice. Jay Biscuity putting up big scores in a tourney. That's the right time to do it. There is a Pokemon tournament this weekend. Tomorrow, even. Unfortunately, I will be in Colorado Springs tomorrow, so I'm gonna miss it. Troll hit. Troll hit. And troll hit. And troll hit. All right, what does it want me to do now? Have to hit a yellow arrow to lure into a trap. Got it. Kick it out. Actually catch... Ugh. It's really hard to hit that upper loop. If the magnet's not going to catch. There we go, and got it. Darn it. Let's see here. Anyone else want to go back to 2007 or 2009? Yeah, I'll take that. Let's go back to the good days.
You're attacked by a troll.
All right, I think come on, Magnet. We got this. This game is going to, I think, actually be too difficult if we cannot get this shot to feed that upper flipper. Too much is required.
You are to travel down a cave leading behind a cool caverns in the dungeon. There are rows of halls.
All right, we have found a treasure chest. Okay. Let's see. All right. I really don't know what to do about this. Not hitting that upper magnet sucks. It's like too many shots require the upper shots, which you really can't loop from the left orbit. I can't time that right because you can't even see the shot. And there we go. I don't. That's a good question. It feels like it's hitting low. Yeah, but it is bouncing off that flipper. Let's. Oh, I got another ball.
I'm ready to go.
What does it want me to hit?
Watch it. That's my fire.
All right, we are on to level 3.
And a boss is attacking you. You open a secret door within a cell and see stairs leading down. Exiting the stairs, you enter a hall. At the end of the hall, you see large ornate wooden doors with symbols of Tiamat engraved in the
Is it possible it's based on the level? Definitely not. It should always be kicking it to that magnet. I like that thought, though.
button to aim your ranged attack. Nice hit.
We got a mimic hurry up there. A +2 quarterstaff, good. Oh shit, it hit. Hey, that one hit too. Awesome, there goes 3. And we're on to 4. Samaster can turn invisible, shoot flashing targets to reveal his location. All right, flashing targets here. Yeah, I don't... Did we already beat him? All right, so he drops the scepter. So if we go the scepter route, we are going to go after the scepter, and if it does what I think it's supposed to do, we should now be fighting whatever that guy's name is. Xanathar. We should be fighting Xanathar. Okay. Need to hit the Dergoloth. Dare I go Loth? Okay, and Jenga. Ritual of the Chosen is ready. Shoot blue arrows to start. Okay, so going after the scepter still takes us to the Ritual of the Chosen. This didn't seem to go a different route. All right, so now we're just in the multi-ball portion of this, and we damage the dragon. So the flippers die, and then we go on to phase 2. I've got my shield back, which is great. Prepare for battle. Shoot green to lock balls. Got it. All right, we just, the flippers are locked out. We're now on phase 3, or moving into phase 3. All right. There's 1. Ball locked, plus 11 health. Ball 2 locked, plus 15 health. Third one locked. 4th, 5th. Oh no. All right, cool. We did the things there. Razor coming in with an XP increase. Razor, thank you very much.
The acid sprays all over the blue dragon as the black dragon lands on the now
Oh.
corpse.
All right, now we're, I think, phase 4. There's 1 ball lock. And Ghosts. Trace. Four. Crap, missed it. All right, I guess we got 4. All right, and we drain. The dragon attacks, level 5. Everyone's doing, I hope everyone's doing good. Is, you know, easier question to ask out there. Who's not doing good? Raise your hand. Let's talk about that as soon as this game is over. There's 2. Ugh. 3. All right, so we got 3. I got 2 more shots, y'all. There we go. All right. That was either level 5 or level 6. That's too many numbers. I have no idea. QDL. QDL is not doing well or good, so they're exhausted. Hey, I'm right there with you. When we're done with this, let's chat. Everyone's doing well, says Dice. George, Superman does good. I have this nagging desire to do something great. So far, I've just managed to drink half an IPA. Surreal! I live in that world. Like, God. Ugh! I should be doing something awesome right now. And instead, I didn't have the energy to get off the couch after went to. So if you're familiar with Fort Collins, Pinball Jones is iconic in Fort Collins. Y'all know that's where Paul works. The original owner, her name was Kim. She was fantastic. She helped me get into pinball. She passed due to cancer about a month ago, and we had a big get together with the whole pinball and friend community today. So that was I would say a rougher start to a Saturday, but also it was really good too. A lot of people getting out there and playing pinball. All right, this character just reset because we beat that mode. That doesn't help me. Craig 767, welcome. I'm letting that one go. How it says how May, but maybe how many in the chat are drinking White Claws? Craig, thanks. Like I said, it was a day. But also a good opportunity to celebrate how impactful someone was. Surreal, yeah, vibe coding is creeping into my sense of worthlessness. Having said that, the soundboard I'm working on is pretty badass. That's good to hear. Dice has Jameson and Coke. I've got the old peach White Claw. I'd be willing to go grab some tequila if someone would join me. Wolfman is not into D&D, but thought this pin shot surprisingly well. That's interesting, because there's a lot of people who don't like how this game shoots. Two. QDL and Wolfman. Ain't no laws when you're drinking White Claws. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to go make a quick sipper of tequila, and then we're going to sit down and we'll build a character in this new D&D game. That's right. I'm going to try and keep this up for as long as possible, but what we're going to do is we're going to play a pinball machine, and then we're going to go play a video game in the same realm as the pinball machine. So we've got Esoteric Ebb is the game that we're going to be playing tonight. All right. Also, we thought Grab the Scepter was going to take us to battle Xanathar. It did not. Grab Scepter took us right to Ritual of the Chosen. So I don't know. We definitely helped the king and we battled Xanathar. So this is a guess right now. In fact, we need to highlight these as blue, I think. Now, let's do red. It's already as thick as possible. And we haven't technically tested this one yet. Again, we haven't tested it again. So we're going to test that. This one's confirmed. That one we just did. So in the newest code, we need to now help Nidar, and we need to finish Samaster and see, because maybe finish Samaster allows you to battle Xanathar? I don't know. All right. Craig's in on shots. I'll do a shot. If you give me a moment, I've been keeping a bottle of scotch for a DPF shot. DPF after dark. That's what we're doing. Also, QDL, not feeling all that great. If you want to chat about it, I'd love to hear. I don't know that there's anything that we can do. In fact, assume there's nothing we could do. But if you just want to chat about it, go ahead and throw it out. No, we're not doing Baldur's Gate 3. We're doing this game, by the way. Whatever this is. I'm kind of excited. It looks like a lot of fun. It's very highly rated. I'm going to go make that tequila. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. There does need to be a DPF After Dark shirt. I kind of like it. Ghost Flipper, make it so. All right, here we go. We've got Casamigos Añejo Tequila. There we go. That is a lot of tequila for it. Well, it's Saturday night. Y'all, it's Saturday night. Let's have a little bit of fun. DPF After Dark is just the whale falling but flipping double birds. We don't do brick shots anymore. We just say fuck it. That's right. That was my one non-sexual use of an F-bomb for this evening. All right. We're in character selection. And right now, there's different background focuses for our character. LFG. Wait a second. Once again, and you guys have had to explain this to me multiple times. LFG back in the day of World of Warcraft meant I was looking for a group. Looking for group. What does LFG mean now? All right, Troll Killer. You don't remember it, but you know well how your father died. Sometimes it motivated you. Sometimes it felt impossible to live up to. Punching Bag. You're a farmer's son who grew up in the city. Of course you'd be an outcast. It took time, but eventually you figured out how to cope with it. The Dead Cleric. Growing up alone, getting into trouble, training with the Earth God, devoting your life and becoming a cleric. Was it always supposed to end in the river? Abject Apostate. No one likes you. When you were demoted for dereliction, no one spoke up against it, but it's fine. You'll be fine. After all, you're used to it. I kind of like the Abject Apostate. QDL, let's effing go. Oh, is that what LFG is? I mean, obviously, God, I feel like that's been explained multiple times. LFG. Revolutionary Scribe, Disillusionment, a city with ideals not upheld. One day, you choose a side, the emerging democracy. You wrote day and night for change and glory. I don't know, Revolutionary Scribe is pretty cool. What is that? +2 dexterity, +1 intelligence. The Esoteric Expert. You spent most nights seeking esoterical insight. A lonely life. Your findings were unwanted by those in charge, yet you did not stop. Never. Faithful Harbinger. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. Praying to a dead god whose whispers linger in the air, slowly fading. You are isolated among your peers. Jesus. Palace Pong is a rising talent. You often found yourself midst the politicking of superiors despite your best efforts. It never ended well for you. Arcane Prodigy. For the first time in your life, you were a natural. You've always known a few cantrips, but real magic was something else. It was power. Huh. I get the feeling these just keep going. Let's do... This is just the background focus, right? Yeah, Abject Apostate. Oh. I don't understand. Oh, all these points up at the top. Got it. Intelligence measures your ability to recall, store, and process information. It is your logical receptacle calculator, and it is only proper for you to hone this pulsating mass within your skull. But why? Simple, unadulterated ego. Prepare more spells, think, plan, execute. Yeah, okay, this is standard D&D stuff, right? Hey, Dice, ready for the shot. If y'all missed it, had it deeper in the basement than I thought. I think you should be doing some side work doing voice Ghost Flippers. It's just a Ghost Flipper. It's just a very nice microphone. Let me tell you that. It's not my voice. So I got this Stranger Things pin. I'll be back. Craig, enjoy Stranger Things. I've told him he's got a voice for radio. We tried the podcast thing. It's fun. I would like to podcast more often. It's a lot of work to manage a podcast. I want to be the guy who just shows up and doesn't have to do any of the work. Like you're just the personality. That's it. You don't have to do the editing or do any of the other stuff. I want to do that on a podcast. Like no research, no anything. You go in cold and it's just fun for you. But we do have the Basement Dads podcast, and that is fun for the night of. But the next day it takes me to actually build the podcast and put it together, it's such a pain in the butt. Jay Biscuity, it's after 1 a.m. Fun stream. Looking forward to the next one. Jay Biscuity, have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out. Cheers. So you want to be Kevin Smith in 2008 before he realized how much the cost of servers were, but you're going to do it anyway? Brooklyn Pin, George, got fossil set 3 and escape Nublar. Had all fossils except one. Ran out of time on secure Brooklyn, we've got this. You have this probably first, since I don't have a Jurassic Park right now. But Jurassic Park and King Kong, I get it. You know I get it. You know I can empathize with your frustration. Shit. Oh, it was Jurassic Park and King Kong and Iron Maiden. Those are the 3 games I would absolutely love to have in-house right now. King Kong is no Jape. It is. Dice. It is. Hey, Dice, remember when you didn't like Jurassic Park? I'm gonna call it right now. You're gonna be eating these words at some point, like 3 years from now. You're gonna be like, hey, George, King Kong's not bad. All right, y'all. For those who went and grabbed drinks, cheers to a happy Saturday night, to life, happiness, good health, and all of those things. Thank you so much for hanging out. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're gonna do. Let's see. I don't like having. Let's just bump all of these up to a 10 to start and kind of see where we're at. All right, now we've got 6 more that we can throw into things. Cheers. Dice says, may you live as long as you want, and may you not want for as long as you live. I feel like that needs to be said in a different accent. May you live as long as you want, and may you not want for as long as you live. That's what my dad always says. Yeah, ruined it at the end. But that definitely had the cadence and flow of someone with an Irish accent. Are we going intelligence, wisdom, charisma? You know what? I always, when I build D&D characters, I often focus on charisma. There we go. Sure. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's like your proficiencies. +2 to Constitution. Oh, I think you have to. You specify. Sure. Wow, that was really weird. That was not intuitive. 5 days until the first ever election. An explosion erupts at the heart of the city. No one wants to deal with it, so they send you, a slow cleric lost in the hustle, albeit one with incredible conversational skills. Complete your quests in any order. Don't be afraid to make interesting choices, and remember to always play the winning side. The campaign will take you from level 1 to 6. We'll play for about 5 to 8 sessions. It's been a journey to put this together. I hope you have a good time, said Chris, And as a tip, that went too quick. Speak with dead, 3rd level necromancy. You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. The spell fails if the corpse was the target of this spell within the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy. This spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit. Thus, the corpse can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events. Yeah, I feel like this guy's voice is going to be very just down. Hey there. My name is... I don't actually know what my character's name is. Okay. Jor, truth and nothing else, a voice declares.
What? What is your name?
Reagan. Reagan is your name. Doesn't sound right. Strength, DC 12 success, of course not, for you are the cleric. Charisma, DC 12 success. Please stop yelling all the time. Wait, is the game listening to me? Hey, respect the helm. You are often referred to as the cleric, so my name is... Oh, I want to go back. Correct. Didn't you have a job? Something really important? Your class. It would totally be my luck too, Ghost Flipper.
Oh, you clearly know how to do Skeletor.
Yes. I happen to be a fan of Skeletor. Way too important. You'll never make it out alive. I don't understand what's going on here. It takes a while before the next question is posed.
What is your current goal?
We need to find out who blew up the tea shop. Oh, wait. I don't know. This fellow wants something. No idea what, though. You should probably lie. Tell him you're collecting taxes or something. That'd be fun. Yeah, that should scare him. What is your political affiliation? The question strikes your entire consciousness, sending it spinning. The National Party of Norvik, of course. It is the Asgalis. Yes, they are decent, possibly. The Freestriders, maybe? Revolutionary. Things just move way too fast these days. So each of my abilities is a different voice? My brother Matt and I need to call you on Christmas Day, just to both say at the same time, I don't want to feel good. I want to feel...
I don't want to feel good. I want to feel evil. Until next time.
Ghost Leper, I do love. I follow that guy on Instagram. Yeah, no matter what the content is from Skeletor, it's always,
Remember.
I don't have any idea what's going on. Are we not going to get any kind of direction as to what? Wisdom. Last time you supported them, your life took a drastic turn. Will that happen again? The voice is fading. This is the end. The final question. Oh, shit. We're at level 3, y'all. We did it. We crossed the threshold of 750 XP. Dice, thank you. How did you die? Continue. String. Huh. Following your convictions, duh. That doesn't... that line didn't match. Like, if you could give a voice to each of the abilities, what would it be? Now's your chance. Break free. I fell into divinity. She took me whole. I died when he died. I am not dead? I don't know. Looking for group. I read it now as looking for group, and then I have to do it. QDL as let's effing go. All right. There's my character. Published by Raw Fury. Oh my God. Would it work like that movie Multiplicity? I loved Multiplicity. This is why you either make it ridiculous or you remember what you did for each and lock it in. It's a let's play at this point. We're falling. There also happens to be a clock. Some weird numbers on it. Doesn't feel... that feels like we're referencing Alice in Wonderland here. Well, I don't want to skip. Esoteric ebb. I get it. Time moves on, with or without you. Someone threw time out the window? All right, here I am. The not dead cleric. Day 1, March 22nd. You. Not doing it. We're gonna get up. Your body aches. It's stiff, as if you've slept for days. You ready for your glorious quest to continue? Oh yeah, a quest. You're on a quest to save the city. Earth be blessed. Save the city? Do I remember everything? Save it from the jaws of democracy. Yes, everything is off, but your memory is intact. Easy job. You'll be done in a day or two. Is this the place Haggis was making pens? Someone clearly made this with a love of 90s comic. It definitely has a 90s comics feel. So no stress. Yes, there's this bullshit politics involved here. You'll love it. Time is limited. It's just a lot to you feel dizzy. The weight of the Earth Guard uniform, a dull pain takes hold. Your body aches, its contents rotting. You must consume an apple now. There are many apples here and corpses. What the hell is this place? I'm very confused. That's perfectly me right now. Well, that's usually the case. Well, it's one step at a time. We're going to get going. A divine shrine covered in apples. Behold it. Garden apple. Let's do it. Oh. Some dialogue choices are hidden. Upper Tolstad. Mushrooms probably edible. Just gonna grab this guy and put him into my inventory. Engage. Viskin, the local mortician. The pale man sits hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work, his pencil slowly filling out line after line. On the top paper, you see an icon of a serpentine drake. Intelligence. That symbol, it's on a lot of official documents of the city. That's the Great Perch of Norvik. Up and about, are we? Wonderful. I'm Viskin, local entrepreneur and proprietor of this lich house. It appears you don't really belong here, but if there's anything I can do, cleric, just let me know. And he smiles at me. His smile causes you to stir a deep feeling of unease, as if it's almost there, but just not quite. Perfectly understandable that you have questions. I'm afraid to say you've been through quite the turmoil, cleric. Of course, it must be confusing. To tell you the truth, some fishmen brought you here last night. They'd caught you in their net, took you for a corpse. Not that I blame them, you weren't exactly in prime condition. You quite literally live in this filthy uniform. No wonder they thought you were dead. Viskin, the local mortician, stops for a minute. He looks you up and down. Yes, I believe you are. Not a river, the river. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. Perhaps you fell off one of the bridges to Tolstad. There are 7 bridges over the river Torna connecting Tolstad to the rest of the city. Okay, I get it. These are each of my abilities coming in with information that kind of helps me. Sounds like the start of a great drinking story. I woke up in a lich house tale. You don't have a lot of those, so that's good. I would never fall. I must have been an assassin attempt. I don't know. What would my character's voice be like? He's a cleric, so I do feel like it's got to have a little texture to his voice, right? I must have slipped. Happens all the time. All the time, he repeats. I can confirm. The pale man glances at the ledger next to him. 5 cases this year alone. Let's see here. Do you now? Wisdom, DC 33, 1d20. I'm never gonna get that. Yeah, we failed. You glare at the pale man, who keeps working on his documents for approximately 2 minutes. Eventually, you feel stuck in your thoughts. I mean, I don't mean to imply I know more than an honorable Earth God member, my good cleric. However, you must certainly have more important things to do on a day like this. He's correct. Maybe you can get back to this later. I don't know what wisdom would sound like. I think those inner voices just need to be my voice. That's way too much. I wish you luck with your endeavors. Before you do, make sure you collect all your belongings. He gives you a quick inspection with his dead eyes. Too quick, like he's trying not to show his interest. Weird. Well, I mean, at least he's not hitting on you. Or would that be an improvement? An improvement. I added a plural there. Don't know what was going on with that. He smiles. But if only every government employee here were as devoted as you, cleric. Good luck on your quest. Leave. Now you've done it. I did not mean to steal it. It just showed up. How How the hell did you think you'd sneak the crossbow away from him? Come on. Just smile. No one could be mad at a smile like yours. Just look insane if you do that.
What human doing?
Oh. The kobold asks as you slowly remove your hands off his crossbow. I was just stretching.
Toad crossbow?
That's none of your business. The crossbow is now pointed directly at your chest. Try again, find out, okay? Good job, you've pissed off the kobold. Going from annoyed to pissed off really doesn't matter. Whoops, now you gotta get the crossbow some other way. But you do have to get the crossbow. Actually, you don't. Stealing is immoral. Have a shard of jor. This book is ruined. Most of the pages, while dry now, have been completely drenched. Only a few pages of the soggy, brackenish papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of undecipherable symbols. A Sankey writing of the most basic kind. Wait, oh no. Someone has attempted to dry this to the best of their abilities. No, no, no! By Earth. This is your prayer book. So many hours wasted. You'd have to rebind the whole thing. It is ruined. It'll cost a fortune. A chant book is able to sustain humidity, not underwater excursions. Why is strength like the intelligent idiot? De verbis draconum ars occulta. Lots of Oh. Oh wait, why is there a question mark here? The stone slabs are designed to slide along the iron beams. Interesting. Jor left his mark across the bands. Today it is a universal sign of magic. The red eye of Uruth. Sure. All right, level up. As you reach certain thresholds, okay. Around the amphitheater scene, you see a number of dwarves hard at work. They're constructing a banner of some kind, carrying a bright green flag. The banner of Asgal, the Fool. One of the dwarves stands to face you with a furrowed brow. He appears to be in a staring contest with the orc on the other side of the theater. Oi, Mr. Cityman, he calls out as you approach. We've made it clear already. We're not moving. No one bit. He shoots you a shit-eating grin. That's no way to greet, just passing through. Oh, so you best be on your way. You hear the other dwarves laughing behind him. Nothing illegal going on here. Nothing at all. He's only saying that because he's had to defend himself quite a bit lately. Wait, that must mean he's doing something highly illegal. Stop him. He looks you up and down. Yeah, okay, great. He didn't expect that to slide. Very great. Yeah, of course. Figured as much. He grunts and looks away. Prove it then. Others have tried today. None have succeeded. They are both guilty and innocent, just like you. One of the older dwarves spits on the ground next to him. You even know who you're talking to, child. This here be Alphaz of the Ben Emvers, a foreman in the Asgalist movement of Norfolk. He's done more good than all them Earthguard combined. A true speaker for Asgard.
Simi exaggerates. He gives the older dwarf the stink eye. I'm also not in any way proud of my heritage. Nobility is just a poisonous hierarchy. He grins. Just wanted to make that clear. Don't mention the whole noble thing. It'll just piss him off, unless you want that. A play? We're holding a rally for the cause. This evening, workers across Tolstad will gather to hear the word of Asgal. He turns towards the orc. And no one's going to stop it. You hear laughing coming from across the theater. Papers, Alphaz? He grumbles and turns back to you. So, what you want? What's the problem here? He shakes his head. Where to even begin? So, it's forenoon. I get the lads together, and when we arrive, that accursed woman is just standing here. The dwarf shudders. She starts complaining. He reaches for something in his pocket and takes out some documents. We show her the papers, and the papers are no good, she says. Bah. Real convenient, I say. Now, there's nothing wrong with these papers. We have our rights to speak out against tyrants and burghers. They are, says Wisdom. Bureaucracy, says Constitution. They sure are playing a game they can't win, says Charisma. How dreadful. It sure is. Isn't it a bit macabre to hold a rally on top of a morgue? Morgue? The dwarf grumbles to himself and glances over to the lich house downstairs. I thought it was a dentist. It's a fair assessment, says Wisdom. No matter, the Asgal movement is not afraid of death. You hear laughter from the orc behind you. That's big words, Alphaz. The dwarf grits his teeth. Damn orc. Let's see here. Well, thank you, Mr. City Man. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's just leave. Although there's another guy over here. The older dwarf puffs out his chest as you approach. It's a fancy helmet there, City Man. He speaks in a short and quiet manner as if he's scared of his words actually being heard. The dwarf behind him laughs. Stand up for yourself. Bad idea. They would fuck you up in a fight. Thanks, my mom got it for me. Oh. Wait, who's the one talking quietly? It's a lovely helm. She has good taste. Huh, interesting. Brutal honesty might actually win conversations sometimes. Good to know. I'm just gonna keep staring at him. The dwarf glances at his boss. You here for talking then? You should, he stutters and points towards the stout dwarf on the stage. Talk to him. Nod and leave. Got it. On the edge of the ruinous amphitheater, you see an orc sitting on one of the many loosened stone blocks. It looks like she's waiting for something, or someone. Exuding an air of authority around her, the large woman gives you a wry smile. Her tusks are gleaming. Well, she's not just physically imposing. This orc knows how to exert power in other ways as well. You spot the merchant's mark on her jacket sleeve, a heart with the initials of the Norvikian Freestrider Regiment. And what's this? Not often we get Earthguard around here. She presents her palm to you. Vera is my name. I am second in command, Guild Agent of Tolstad. Nice to meet you. Yes, the handsome orc lady wants you to say a name. Make sure she knows you are a cleric. Hey, don't grab her hand. That's not what that is. I like that. I'm the cleric, actually. Apologies, not Earthguard, cleric. I assumed the term was interchangeable. But I suppose you're not all, and she says, waving towards her outfit, esoterically attuned? She accepts your annoying correction with a smile. Probably means she sees you as not a threat at all, a mere puppy. She shoots you another smile, waiting patiently for you to say anything. What's the deal with the dwarves? Oh, them. Complicated as anything. I wouldn't be sitting here wasting my precious day if it wasn't for them. But in short, they're holding an unlawful assembly, and they won't let me take a look at the document proving it. Not frustrating at all, she says and winks at you. She telegraphs her sarcasm heavily. This is useful when communicating with slower individuals. Explain it to me in detail from the top. All right, this is pretty cool. I'm ready to go play some pinball, though. Let's do it. Crap. What's the other direction? Oh, so we took the scepter. So now we have to double check that Samaster is, we still fight Samaster under the Dragon Spear Castle. Hold on. Crap. So we need orange and blue to get back into Dragon Spear Castle. All right. What are we going to do? We're not going to do this quest. It's not necessary for what we're trying to do. Let's go to... We can't go to greenest. All right, we've got some wolves. That's fine. Crap. We got a ball stuck. Yeah, Brooklyn, we got a new mode, which I don't know yet. Yeah, we got an unlimited dungeon mode. All right. We're out of that multi-ball. Let's work on modes here. I think it's mostly the new mode and a couple of other like basic minor fixes. It doesn't seem like it changed all that much. I think we want to go to greenest. And I don't care about the dungeon crawl.
right, so we're gonna do blue. Excuse me. Like a hiccup there. All right, so we disarmed a trap. Was going for the dragon letters just then. We're on ball 3. Perfect. Cool. Cool. And that's all she wrote. Crap. We got to get back to that. Yeah. Juniper Amori. All right, we're gonna complete this one. Investigate the blue areas, nothing there. I'm sure there's nothing there. Nothing over there. Nothing there. All right, we got a Nothic going for that left orbit. Totally got there. Nope. Okay, here's a blue shot. Oh, no. Trying that again. Got it. Abandoned farm success. Now we're going to go up to Dragon Spear Castle. Dragon multi-ball is lit. We're now on ball 3. So once again, we're just double checking that we still get to the same place regardless of what we select. Well, there goes ball 3. All right. And let's go middle. Oh, my gosh. Man, the number of times I missed that shot because of the spinner. You have to complete both of these now. Ugh. End dungeons. Choose to go after the main baddie equals path to Undermountain. Okay. Booyah, Steve. Thank you.
Undead cultists are attacking you.
Eh. There goes ball 2. Nilbog, welcome. So we can bring a multi-ball into this mode. I kind of don't want to, though. Ball 1 stuck again. I guess we're going to get the multi-ball no matter what. All right, we're going to hit this outer loop. Cool. That was all very intentional if you just saw that. Oh. I don't know. Oh. That must be the last shot for the mode. Okay, prison break success. Extra shield time. Makes sense. All right, got back in there. Let's do the graveyard at Dragonspear Castle. And now let's bring in the multi-ball for this one, shall we? Hey, somebody just Nilbog. What's going on? Is that a gifted sub? Nilbog, thank you so much. All right, so we are out of the multi-ball and we're into celebration. All right, we're going for this upper shot. Upper flipper, got it. Got it. Was trying. Cool, cool, cool. Man, that is such a hard shot to hit. Okay. not what I wanted to have happen just there. All right, so we completed the mode. Oh, no, we failed the mode. Damn it. Nilbog, thank you again. My hat's off to you. That is so appreciated. Thank you for the support. Silver, good evening. Welcome as well. All right, what are we doing now? Oh, we're in the mini wizard mode. Got it. There's one. Cool. Not helpful. Two. We're doing some damage here. Nope. Three. Four. Five. Almost there. Damn, needed that shield. Hey, Froggy. Well, I'm bad at playing Funhouse on my phone right now. I'm nervous about playing the real deal. Froggy, just give it a go. Yeah, I also need to get tired and fall asleep soon. I don't know. I know I'm going to... Oh, I have a shoot again. I know I'm going to Colorado. I'm going to the Springs tomorrow. I just don't know when. Silver just finished up some pinball stuff themselves. Now I need to get tired and fall asleep. Got it. Now I'm all caught up. Cool. So we set the trap. Cool. I'm gonna try and hit that little stand-up target in between. I missed it by that much. Got it. Crap. Grab some gold here on top. Got it. We're on to level 2. These irritating as shit skeletons. Uh-oh. We just leveled up, y'all. Welcome to level 4. Get an extra camera here. Oh shit, we got it. We also took a potion. Good. Now we're on to level 3. We got a hype train. Yeah, the delay is great. I'm holding. Okay. Why is it not doing it? I mean, the button's working. It's like the software isn't working. Somebody just did something. Oh. Nilbog dropping 100. My hat's off to you again. Thank you. I'm holding. It's not allowing the special attack.
Tap action button to use your shield. Hold action button to aim your ranged attack.
All right, y'all. No, the button's working just fine. Like, see, I when I hit the button, the shield's there. This is a software issue. Yeah, yep. I am the bard. Yes. Is it? Oh, is the bard a known issue? Yeah, I think I can't. I think I can't progress. Swite. Oh my god, you have to find a ranged weapon or you can't play the mode. Oh, the yellow is ranged attacks. I need to hit, I need to damage. Got it. Okay, I think I got it. I hit the middle button in time, but I did not have a shield. Got it. You have to buy a ranged weapon at Fizmos. Okay. Yeah, if I don't have a ranged weapon, it seems like I shouldn't be prompted to shoot my ranged weapon. Yeah, I may end up taking like a short video of that and sending that off to Dwight. It makes sense now, though. If I don't have a ranged weapon, then when I get to that mode, obviously if you don't have a ranged weapon, you can't do anything. But I probably shouldn't have that option available there if I don't have a ranged weapon, because I'm going for the flashing yellow light as opposed to the red one, because that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense why it's there, and it makes sense why it's an oversight. But I think we can get that one fixed. Y'all, it's 10 after midnight here.
To impress anyone. You train so life doesn't fold you. Leave stronger than you arrived. Stronger than yesterday.
Thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. We're going to get there, though. I'm going to hit escape on this. And we don't have to save. We're going to quit. This is an interesting game. I think I, at the very least, understand what it's trying to do now. I don't know that I want to play it again, though. And that's when you're playing games, video games, you kind of want to play the game. We'll see. Maybe. Silver, have a great night. Everyone, have a great night. I'll get that video off and send that off to Dwight so that way he's aware of the new 1.0 issue. The LOL, that's called Failed 5M Loop. Yeah, Nilbog, that was fun. I think it was, at least. All right. This is making up for Thursday night. I got the new camera in. That camera looks sweet. I'm going to switch back over. Look at that playfield cam, picking up all those details, dealing with the white so much better. Overall, this, I think, is a lot better. I am going to have to watch the recording, though, just to make sure. I want to see if I get more fluid motion from this better camera. I was really expecting it to be. I think I got all the settings right. So I got to do a once over. What's brewing? I ended up, I had a ZV-1F, I think. This camera. Oh, you can't see me right now. So I had this camera, which is a ZV, what is this one? Yeah, ZV-1. So this is the ZV-1, and I think specifically the F, and I upgraded to an A6000 with a decent lens. So a more standard, I'd say,
And because it's the A6000, it's more the video series as opposed to the cool A7 series of images. Or for better like picture taking. At least it's good enough on the camera side. But I noticed immediately a massive difference in the amount of detail and how it wasn't. I don't have the right words, the terms, because I'm not. I feel like I'm not professionally trained in cameras, but it just didn't deal with bright white lights very well. The ZV-1, so this is just a quality of life. I feel like increase, or a quality increase, which makes everyone here who's watching your quality of life increase, or improve, or ameliorate. There's a word you don't get to use all that often. Y'all have a good one. Maybe back on tomorrow night. Definitely back on Monday. We'll see. I think I got one more night on D&D before we switch back over. It's going to be Harry Potter. All right? See y'all.